All right, so it's time to take our quiz. Question number 1. How is voltage similar to pressure? Okay, pressure pushes water, so it's going to push fluids. What does voltage push? It's going to push electricity. So voltage is going to create the electrical current. Number 2, a 12-volt battery is attached to a 3-ohm resistor. How much current flows through the resistor? So what variables are you given in the problem? So the very first thing that you do is you write down what you're given. And I'm going from the green to the pink because you know it's a really good lecture when you use up all of your ink. But what variables are you given? So we've got 12 volts, okay, and then we are also given 3 ohms. So the 12 volts was the voltage. So voltage is equal to 12 volts. Okay, the 3 ohms, that was the resistance, R. Okay, what variable are you looking for? So how much current? So that's the I, and then just put a question mark there. And so what equation connects the variables? So it's going to be V equals IR. So we're going to say that 12 is going to be equal to the current times 3. So if you take 12 divided by 3, you get 4. So the current is going to be 4 amps. Don't forget to put the unit on the end of it. Number 3, explain on an atomic level why a wire gets hot when electricity runs through it. So when electricity runs through a wire, the electrons are constantly bumping into the atoms that makes up the wire. So they're giving their energy to those atoms, and then when those atoms begin to vibrate, they give off that energy in the form of heat. So that's Joule heating. The wire is going to get hot. Number 4, draw 3 lamps hooked up in parallel with a battery. What would happen to the brightness of the bulbs if one of them was to burn out? All right, so that you're going to have a battery, and then you're going to have light bulb 1, 2, and then 3. So there's the 3 of them hooked up in parallel. So they're going to have a certain brightness. Now, one of them is going to burn out. So that means that this is going to be opened up, and now the current that's coming out of the battery is now going to go into these 2. So are they going to get brighter? Are they going to get dimmer? Or are they going to stay the same? And the answer is they stay the same, because the current coming out of this thing is going to be the same because it's the same battery down here. Okay, so that it doesn't make any difference how many resistors that you put in, the current is going to be the same each time. So now what is going to happen though is that this battery is going to conserve energy longer than if it had the three lamps in there. So repeat the question if the bulbs were hooked up in series. So this time you're going to have lamp 1, lamp 2, lamp 3, and then it's connected to a battery, and then one of them goes out and they all go out, so that you've opened up the circuit if that was to happen. So now we know what happens when charges are sitting still, static electricity, and now we know what happens when charges are moving, that makes electric currents. Well, another thing that it's going to do is it's going to make magnetism, and that's what we're going to discuss in our next lesson. So I'll see you then.